They called themselves the Valentines not because they were romantic, but because their first kill happened on February the 14th. Miami in the summer is a kaleidoscope of heat, neon, and secrets. It was there that Talia Cruz met Vincent Bishop, a bartender with a jagged past and a smile that could sell poison as perfume. Talia wasn't looking for love. She was looking for an accomplice. Their chemistry was instant. Toxic electric, the kind that pulls two damaged souls into the same orbit, even if it means burning up on re-entry. Talia was a former exotic dancer turned grifter. Vincent had done time for armed robbery and had a weakness for adrenaline and women who wore danger like perfume. They moved fast, too fast. Within 2 months they were living together in a dingy apartment above a tattoo parlor in Wood. Within 3, they had a body count. It started with petty theft, tourists mostly, then a mugging that went wrong in the back streets of Little Havana. A gun misfired. A man died. That was the first time Vincent kissed Talia with blood on his hands. She didn't flinch. She kissed him back. From that moment on, they saw the world differently, like a game where rules only applied to people too boring to break them. And Miami was their playground. By the end of that summer, the papers dubbed them the Neon Lovers. The names stuck. A string of robberies, 2 homicides, and 1 blown up bait car. Later they were on the run and in love, if you could call it that. But this isn't a love story. This is a story about obsession dressed as love. A story about how 2 people can convince each other that the world owes them something, and that blood is just the price of passion. They stayed ahead of the police thanks to burner phones, disguises, and cash stashed in hollowed-out books and vending machines. They even got tattoos matching broken heart outlines just above their hips. Until death is red, no escape, hers whispered. Eventually they tried to leave Miami, head north, maybe even disappear in the swamps. But this city, it has a way of pulling people back, especially the ones trying to outrun who they really are. It was a hit gone wrong that finally broke them. A private art dealer in Coral Gables' word was he laundered cartel money through paintings no one ever bought. Talia thought it was poetic, stealing from someone who made a living off lies. Vincent thought it was risky, but they went anyway. The plan was simple: in and out, in under 4 minutes. Talia would distract the man with flirtation. Vincent would slip in through the back, force the safe open, grab the cash, and go. But the man wasn't alone, and he was armed. What followed wasn't a robbery. It was a massacre. 3 people dead, including the dealer's teenage daughter. And this time there were witnesses. The city erupted. The Neon Lovers went from local legend to national threat. The FBI got involved. Billboards flashed their faces. Miami wanted blood, and this time, not the kind that stained alleyways and washed away with rain. They hauled up in an abandoned hotel off Collins Avenue. Room 509, Talia called it the honeymoon suite. She painted her lips red and danced barefoot to static on the radio. Vincent couldn't sleep. He stared out the window, chain smoking, watching the world shrink to the shape of a manhunt. "We can't win," he said one night, voice hollow. "We already won," she replied. "We got to be gods, even if just for a moment. But even gods bleed." The SWAT team came 2 nights later. Someone tipped them off. Maybe the janitor, maybe a former partner with a conscience. It didn't matter. What mattered was how it ended. Vincent wanted to surrender. "We'll go out alive," he pleaded. "Maybe we can cut a deal." Talia just smiled. Alive is overrated. She handed him the gun. The standoff lasted 12 minutes. A negotiator begged them to come out. Promised them safety, promised them time. Instead, 2 shots rang out, one through the wall, one through the mirror. They didn't die instantly. Vincent bled out on the floor, staring at the cracked ceiling like it held answers. Talia dragged herself beside him, whispering something no one could hear. When the police entered, they found the couple side by side, her head resting on his shoulder. both eyes wide open, as if still waiting for the credits to roll. In the days that followed, reporters painted them as tragic, lovers lost to madness. Others saw them for what they were, two predators who mistook chaos for chemistry. But if you listen closely, there's a story in the silence, a warning, a pulse. Love, when twisted, doesn't bloom. It rots, it consumes, and sometimes it kills.